Hi, everybody. This is Mike Farris. I'm Chancellor Emeritus at Patrick Henry and currently President and General Counsel at Alliance Defending Freedom. I had the privilege of recently arguing my second case in the U.S. Supreme Court on March 20th.
We'll hear argument this morning in case number 161140, the National Institute of Family and Life Advocates versus Becerra. Mr. Farris?
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court.
The case is NIFLA versus Becerra. NIFLA is the National Institute for Family and Life Advocacy, which is a pro-life coalition of pregnancy centers that help women who are pregnant with love and compassion and practical help to make sure that life is a viable choice for them. In many ways, this is really an exciting and historic moment for PHC and really gratifying for me personally. To see our graduates engaged in high levels of practice where they were legitimate members of a Supreme Court argument preparation. One of our grads is on track to become a state solicitor general, and which is a very high level position and is a real accomplishment both for her and something that PHC can be particularly proud of. I just thank everybody that's been involved in making this dream possible, because the dream continues, and we need to continue to grow and to make it real that generation after generation we're going to raise up people who know how to speak the truth in a winsome and effective fashion so that we can advance liberty in this country and stand up for Jesus as we do so. Thank you so much. God bless.
The level of expertise that you are about to see put forward, I think, is going to amaze you. It's like the ninja swords are going to come out and be flashing when this is done. And I think that it just shows the level of expertise that students at Patrick Henry can rise to.
California claims that it wants all women to know all their options, but that's not how the statute works, nor how it was intended. It was a direct attack on pro-life centers who were declared to be unfortunate because of their viewpoint. They encourage women to choose life rather than abortion. The statute's bias perhaps is best illustrated by simply looking at the notice.
Counsel, that's not actually true, is it? Because your centers that you're defending here, they're wearing scrubs, they're talking to these women, and they're not medical facilities. They can't write them a prescription, they can't do anything like that. So doesn't that mean that this statute is actually trying to get key information into the hands of women that might otherwise be confused or deceived?
But when we're determining the legitimacy of the law, aren't we to look at what the California legislature was aware of? And they were aware of the NARA report and other evidence that said there was some indication that these facilities engage in deceptive practices.
Counselor, my question is this. Doesn't the state of California have an inherent interest in regulating anything that looks, smells, tastes, or could be considered close to a medical facility? For instance, like a Christian Science practitioner. Wouldn't it be reasonable for the state to say, if you're going to do anything that looks like it could be a medical procedure, you're required to disclose that you're not a medical licensed facility and that there are other options available?
Does it suggest narrow tailoring on California's part as opposed to viewpoint discrimination, that just the licensed ones have to say, call here for more information, and the unlicensed centers just have to say, we don't provide licensed medical care? It seems like it would suggest more viewpoint discrimination if both of them were required to post the sign saying, call here for abortion info.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful experience with us. Mike Farris intentionally chose Patrick Henry College and its alumni for his final practice session before the appearing of the U.S. Supreme Court. To me, that really says it all. He's trusting these graduates, still at the beginning of their careers for the most part, to be harder on him than even the most seasoned attorneys across the country. This would not have been possible without you and your support. You provided the scholarships that enable PHC to train and nurture these young men and women. If you're new to PHC and encouraged by this video, I'm asking you to consider supporting us. PHC accepts no government funding and never will. So we need partners like you to come alongside and fund the scholarships our students would normally get from the government. Investing in PHC is life-changing, not only for the giver and for the students, but also for our country and God's kingdom. If you're watching this and you're an old friend of PHC, thank you. Words can never do justice to the amount of gratitude that all of us have for you and your sacrificial giving. Your support has been validated. Thank you for watching, and blessings to you and your family from all of us here at Patrick Henry College.